All right, everybody, welcome to the call today. This is Scott Pierce. I am the founder and one of the trainers at Listings to Leads, and we are going to be doing the Just Listed Challenge. So the idea is that you've got a new listing, and how are we going to, what we want to get is a minimum 2 deals out of it, right? Whether it's a buyer and a seller, a couple of buyers, a couple of sellers, whatever it is, but we want to turn that one listing into 2 listings. We've got the plan to do it. This is going to be a plan that will work, right? And it's just a matter of taking that plan and tweaking it to your local business, your local environment, and so on, so that it works for you. All right. And so if you're not a client, get yourself over to Listings to Leads and sign up. You can sign up month to month. You got 10% off yearly packages, I believe, as well here that you can get more information about as well. And once you are a client, you'll be dropped into our Get Started wizard. And this wizard, when you're brand new to the account, it'll walk you through really getting set up within like 5 minutes. So it'll literally walk you through, right, the Get Started wizard. It'll literally just walk you through how to get set up so that you are ready to start using the platform very, very effectively, okay? And if you don't have any listings, borrow listings, all right? Go to our Mastermind group, search borrow listings, or talk to our support team. But we literally have had agents start brand new to the industry, use Listings to Leads, borrowing listings, and are now top producers, okay? So that is not anywhere outside the realm of possibility. As a new agent, Tina, don't freak out, don't get scared, start borrowing some listings. We got other tools in the program that we may or may not be covering in this webinar. But yeah, so anyways, in the accounts, I'm going to do a couple of quick little house cleaning things for everybody just to make sure we're all on the same page. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my profile, and I want to talk about CRM integration. All right, so right next to the affiliate program information here is CRM integration. Now, we do have a follow-up module. If it's not live in your account yet, click where it says follow up and we can activate that for you. Right now, it is email only, all right? We're adding text follow-up, we're adding video email follow-up, we're adding voicemail drop follow-up, but I'm going to say up front, right now it's only email, all right? Over the next few weeks and month or so, all of these other follow-up functions will be added. So in the meantime, if you're using a CRM, right, you'll see the list here: Boomtown, Contactually, Follow-Up Boss, all the way down KV Core, Real Geeks, Wise Agent, Line Desk. And if your CRM is not listed here, your CRM will have what's called a lead forwarding email address. You can get that, drop it right in here, click save, or alternatively, if you are going to be using one of these other CRMs, just add in the required information as asked, and that will then send all the leads automatically right from Listings to Leads to your other CRM. All right, we got a lot of great feedback on that. Works really, really well. So we want to make sure that your leads, right? It's not about just generating leads. It's about generating, engaging, and converting those leads. And we are building out the platform to meet all of those needs very, very quickly. All right, but in the meantime, like I said, if you got a CRM, that's where you go to do that. Also in the profile, 2 tabs over from CRM, you'll see auto posting. I'm not going to go through this today, but I just want to show you this. So auto posting is where we will auto post your listings and seller lead ads. We got down payment assistance and new construction that we can auto post for you. It's just a little wizard. So if you haven't activated these yet, you'll just click the blue button and just walk through the wizard. All right, super, super easy to do. Support can help you with that as needed. It's a little bit outside the content of today's webinar, but I did just want to point that out for everybody. All right, so right there. The next bit of house cleaning we will do to make sure we are all on the same page is go to ads. All right, so if I go to ads, if you are not connected to the Facebook Ads Manager, you will do that within Listings to Leads. So the idea here is to never log into Listings to Leads, to never log into the Facebook Ads Manager again. All right, we don't want you logging into the Facebook Ads Manager because that's pure insanity. All your ads will be run from Listings to Leads, and you can even create custom audiences within Listings to Leads. All right, So again, just go to ads, connect your account. Again, it's just a little wizard, 3 or 4 steps. You just click, 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 accept their terms, and it will drop you right back here. And then the last thing I'm going to mention here before we get to it is you'll see a blue button in the ads tab called Create Audience. Now, this is a phenomenal way there's 2 use cases for this. One, targeting homeowners. All right, so you can go to Remind if that's an MLS benefit for you, or you can ask your title officer for a list of all homeowners in your area and then upload that here, and that will create a custom list that you can then retarget your ads to. All right, so what I want you to think about right now is getting a list of all homeowners in your area and then uploading your database. All right, so you will see here, again, let me just show you. In the ads tab in listings to leads, the blue Create Audience button, click it. And so I might just say Folsom homeowners, upload that list from either Remind or my title officer. You'll see the format we need here, email, phone number, first name, last name. And this will create a custom audience within Facebook for you to use. All right, 2 points here. One is the list will have to have over 1,000 people in it to be able to be used by Facebook. So that's just a Facebook rule. And then 2, there's one. So one is to do your homeowners, right? And then we'll target our seller ads for that. What is your home worth that just sold? And then the other one is your database, all right? And I would upload my database here as well to be able to retarget them, all right? Now, at listings to leads, we will automatically take all the leads you're generating from listings to leads and create custom audience for them automatically, all right? But again, this is a phenomenal way to target homeowners up on Facebook without being able to target homeowners on Facebook, all right? Does everybody get that? And if you're not fully sure what I mean by this, again, get yourself into the Mastermind group, type in custom audience or ask our support team for more information about that and they can give it to you, all right? But just keep in mind, you've got the ability to create custom audiences and retarget your ads from listings to leads. All right, so any questions on anything we've just covered regarding integrating with your CRM, setting up your auto posting, all right, and then connecting your ads account and creating custom audiences, right? Is custom audiences cumulative? I'm not really sure what that means, Juan. It's cumulative in the sense of like, as you're using listings to leads and you're generating leads from our platform, we do continually add those leads into both a buyer audience, a seller audience, and a buyer and seller audience, all right? So we automatically, now, but you still can't use those audiences until you get like 1,000 people in them. And again, that's just a Facebook thing. And that's why I say, use a program like Remind if it's an MLS benefit, or ask your title officer for like, say, hey, give me every homeowner in X area, right? And again, I would make sure that the list that you're getting and that you're going to upload is maybe 1,200 contacts big, right? To have that includes 1,200 contacts, because what happens is you'll upload it, Facebook will then take that, they will match it to their right user base, and so not everyone's on Facebook, and even if they are, they may not be found. So you want to have a little bit of a buffer there for that. All right. Again, the Mastermind group asks support for an invite. So just click on support and ask for an invite to our Mastermind group if you are not a part of that. All right. It's closed, private, so you need an invite from our support team. All right. Awesome. So let's talk about our new just listed. Now keep in mind, this will work for coming soon, active, pending, and just sold more or less as well. You just kind of change up the terminology, of course. But what we're going to cover right now for just listed is similar to any other status for listings and listings to leads. And this will work for the most part if you're going to borrow the listing versus being your own listing. All right. So, excuse me, my mouth is getting really dry today. I apologize. All right. So I'm on the listings tab and listings to leads. And you'll see I've got all sorts of listings here. And the listing that we are going to be looking at today is my 5530 Douglas Boulevard, Granite Bay listing, and you'll see a green market listing button. Now, if your listing is not in the account yet, again, get with support. They can help you make sure that we got your data feed coming in automatically, or show you how to grab a listing if you're going to borrow a listing from somebody else, or how to add a listing manually if you need to do that. All right. But once it's in the account and it's ready to go, click the green market listing button. And the first thing it's going to get you to do is to do a Facebook ad. All right. So this is completely editable. There's a lot of different things I can do, but I'm just going to show you the real quick thing. Location will autofill. I can edit it. We got the special ad category for real estate pre-selected. We've got the radius at 15 miles done for you automatically, and you can extend that. We're doing a lifetime budget of $35 starting today, ending in 1 week. I can change the media and do some other things, but all I have to do is click create ad. This in and of itself is all you need to do. Just click the green create ad button, and this will be submitted to Facebook and be live ASAP. All right. So you've seen I got a couple of other ads I did previously. And one of the first things I want to share with you is the idea, right? Here's the ad. All right. So here's the ad that we just did. And if I click it, notice by default, you're going to be getting names, email, phone numbers, and a purchase time frame. So they'll have to put in whether they're just dreaming about buying a home or what's their time frame for buying, and they will click next, and they will go through, and they will land on the single property website for that listing. And now you've got name, email, phone number, and their buying time frame. All right. Now check this out. You can use video. All right. So if you got video walkthroughs, and I'm actually going to give you a video script in a minute that you could use. All right. So let me show you. You could do ads from listings to leads using video. All right. So let's go back to the create ad section here. Right. So when I click on create ad, or when I click on the green market listing button, right, here's that section that we were just at before. Now I can click change media. And I can either click the green upload button to upload my video, or I can just, if I've already got it uploaded, which I do, here's my video. I previously uploaded this, and I click insert. And you'll see a little thing here, add video being processed. And as soon as it's ready, it can take like 30 to 60 seconds, depending on how long the video is and so on. Boom, there it is, right? So I have a 1-minute video, took about 10 to 15 seconds to upload. And now my ad is gonna have a video in it, all right? Someone says, yeah, you should be able to do zip codes. $35 is the minimum we suggest, so you can bump that up to $50. We've got people doing $200 a week, all right? And I'm sure we got people doing more per ad I'm talking about. So yeah, you can do whatever you want. We just do 35 as a good minimum. So I would say you're comfortable, you're good to start off with the $35, and you can always add more to that later, all right? So there's a video. Now, I'm also gonna show you, if I click on retarget to my custom audience. So that is how easy it is to retarget in listings to leads. Now, let me just say, if you don't know anything about retargeting and all that, don't worry about it, okay? You can learn when you've got time. All you need to know is it is insanely easy to do retargeting within listings to leads, as I just showed you, all right? And then I'll just mention lastly, you can click advanced options, and you can edit all of this stuff. So there's my Facebook page. The ad will also be on Instagram. Here's the text if I want to change that. My headline, my description, my call to action button, my location targeting, my real estate interests, my placements, my tracking code, right? And again, if I wanted to then create ad. So compare that against the Facebook Ads Manager. If you're going to try to do a Facebook lead ad with video and retargeting using the Facebook Ads Manager, you're going to be there for a while. And heaven help you if they've changed something since the last time you were in there, and now you've got to kind of relearn as you're going through it. And so using listings to leads, your ads will be live before your other agents in your office or even through past page 1 of the Ads Manager. All right, so there you go. So our ads have now been submitted to Facebook. You've seen how they work. Let's take a look at that. There's my video ad again that was run through listings to leads. And again, people click the ad. Here's the form. Again, name, email, phone number, and purchase timeframes. And I believe we are even adding phone scripts in the emails now. If that's not live yet, it's going to be very, very soon. And our goal is to literally give you the words you need to respond to these leads, because as you're getting these leads, my gosh, I hope you are taking this seriously and looking that you've got a phone number and a purchase time frame. Okay, start calling those leads back ASAP. All right, don't wait a day or two to be calling your leads back. All right, and then start complaining about how your leads are no good because you're not following up with them. So anyways, let me show you, and I will share this with everybody in the Mastermind group after this call, but this would be a great script, right, for short form video to promote your listings. So whether you're thinking like TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever it is. And what I did is I took the nearby homeowner letter and I'm using that as my basis, right? So imagine I'm sitting there and I might be in front of the listing. I could be, right, whatever. I think being in front of the listing and have my assistant or somebody, my significant other, hold the phone and videotaping me. And essentially, again, we'll get to it a little bit later, but this is the nearby homeowner letter that is one of the top sources for quality listing leads. And we're gonna get to this a little bit later. But I essentially just took this. That's gonna be my script. And so it's, I mean, imagine me in a short form video on an Instagram Reel, right, talking through this. Hello, hope you're having a great week. And as a Granite Bay homeowner, I want to let you know that 5530 Douglas Boulevard in Granite Bay just listed for sale. You can get all the information, the price, the photos, and more by going to 5530douglas.ishomenow.com or text 1001 to 25678. Then I might add a couple of quick sentences about the property without rambling or going on for too long. And then I would end it with, right, I would end the video with, when this home is sold, it'll affect your home's value. Like to invite you to get your home value, your current home value estimate now at, right, everybody in listings to leads gets a custom URL like this, or you could get another custom domain and use that instead. But everyone gets a URL like this for a home valuation landing page, all right? If you don't know about it, again, get with support. But I would end up my video. I'd like to invite you to get your current home value estimate now at california.freehomevalues.net. And I hope you find this helpful. And as always, I appreciate you, and just have a nice ending. All right. That would make a phenomenal short form video script with you standing in front of that property. And then you could use a video on its own, right? Because you got your call to action and lead capture right there in the video. And this is where most people fall down. And this is why most people give up doing this kind of stuff, because they don't really have any way to leverage their work, i.e. doing the short form video in capturing leads, right? You can only do it for so long as a pure branding exercise, right? Because that starts tapering off. But if you can do branding with this, which you will, it's phenomenal, and lead capture, you will, it's phenomenal, then you're going to keep at it much longer, all right? You'll keep doing it because you're going to get that short-term and long-term benefit of lead generation and branding, all right? So record the video. You can use that again on Instagram Reels, on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, and you could also take that same video, right? Maybe you want to redo it in landscape, right? So that it works on Facebook a little bit better in the ads, and then, right, do your ad and just upload the video, all right? So my point is, whether you've got a professional video, a walkthrough video, a short form style video, use it in listings to leads, right? And use the script. This one here, again, I'll put it in the mastermind group. In fact, you know what? Let's do it right now because it takes 5 seconds. And that way, after this call, you will know where to go and get that right away. All right, so I'm going to put, and I'll go back a little bit later. And I will edit that back a little bit later. But now you'll know that you can go to the mastermind group here and get that short form video script to use when doing your next video. All right. So any questions on doing the ads? Super easy, right? At the same time, there's a lot of power behind them. All right. Jason, yes, you can just do a custom audience as well, right? If you're gonna do a custom audience, then location won't really matter. All right. So we're gonna work our way down this list that we ended up on. So we got Facebook ads is done. We already set up auto posting, and so that already auto posted. Now, just real quickly, for those that are not aware, auto posting is nice, but you're not going to get a lot of leads or traffic, because what it does, it just auto posts to your business page or whatever page you got connected. And people that see it, but it's not getting any organic reach on Facebook really. That's where the ads come in. All right. But you still want it to auto post because you want people to be able to see it. And so once it auto post, I can click these icons. So here's Facebook. All right, so this literally auto posted from listings to leads, and people click it and they go to the full. In this case, I got a video for the listing, and then at some point the lead capture comes up. All right, and notice we always ask for name, email, phone number, and then we'll say, do you own a home? And if they say yes, we'll ask, do they need to sell before they buy a new one? All right. So always pay attention to your lead notification emails, because even though that lead is coming off of just listed, they may have added they own a home that they need to sell. All right. And so you don't want to miss out on that. And I'll just show you here. Here's Twitter. And again, you just click the image on Twitter. Here is LinkedIn. And for LinkedIn, you can actually select a business page if you wanted to. So again, LinkedIn. And then here's Instagram. So we auto posted this to Instagram as well. Right? Now, Instagram is not clickable. And so we definitely include the text and the link here. All right. So that even though it's not, Instagram post is not clickable like an Instagram ad is, we still got the ability to capture leads by using the text and the custom domain for that listing. All right. So we got it auto posted to all the different social media websites. Next up is to share this on the seller's social media. All right. Just had a call with a client yesterday, and she absolutely loved this, right? This is one of those things where a lot of our clients don't use it right away for whatever reason, but once they do start using it, they absolutely see the power of this, because what this will do, right? So first of all, you see the green send to seller. If you don't have that done yet, just type in the seller's email. You can add multiple people, give it a good salutation, right? Dear people. And you can either click save or send. It'll do the same thing. And so what will happen, so the power of this is getting into the seller's sphere of influence multiple times over the course of the listing. All right, so give me a second here. I'm going to pull this email out of my other monitor. All right, and so the seller is going to get an email that looks something like this. It'll have a screenshot of what the ad will look like. It'll have your signature below it. But the point is for them to take this here and drop it onto their Facebook page, just like this right here. All right. So so it'll look something like this. Our home just listed for sale. The My Home Sold team at L2L Realty created this, and many of the tools are being used to market our home on the internet and other places. Check out, leave a comment. And so this way, the seller's friends start seeing you and the listing on their on the seller's Facebook page. And again, they're able to click through. They're able to start becoming leads off of the single property website / virtual tours, right? They get all the great information about you, right? There's a lot of lead capture on these. In fact, I should have made this not required. But as you scroll down these single property websites, right, lots of great lead capture. We even got PDFs that they can download, right? A lot of great stuff in these. The seller's friends and family and colleagues will also start liking and commenting. And there's one other tool related to this as well, and that is the e-flyer for the seller's sphere of influence, the next one down. And the cool thing is, once you add the email for the social media post for the seller, we'll also automatically add it here for this one. And this is the e-flyer, right? And similarly to the, let me just go ahead and send it. And this is kind of similar to the social media post. This is an e-flyer, all right? So give me a second here. I'm going to bring that over to show you. And I'm just going to tell you, do not skip this step, all right? You want to get it done. And let me find that email. Give me a second here. And I had it. Oh my gosh, I completely lost it. And all right, well, anyways, it looks like this. I don't want to hold up the webinar. The e-flyer looks just like this. All right, and people click the e-flyer, it will rotate the first 5 images of the listing. It's gorgeous. And what's awesome, so what happens is you will be CC'd when the seller gets these emails. All right, so they'll get 2 emails at once, one to put on Facebook, one to share via email. When you, and it's gonna come from your email address, so they're gonna think that you sent them these emails. Again, you're gonna be CC'd, and that is your trigger to then call the seller up. All right, this is beautiful. This is going to ingratiate yourself to the sellers even more. All right, and here's the key line. So I'll call the seller up and I'll just say, hey, Ian, this is Scott over at L2L Realty, and just want to let you know that we've got your listing on Zillow, on Realtor.com. We got Facebook ads out. We got it posted to our social media accounts. But I wanted to send you something to put on Facebook and to share via email, because people, now here's the $64,000 statement. People you know probably know people looking to buy in the area, and we do not want to leave any stones unturned. All right, it's all about not leaving any stones unturned, or however you might want to paraphrase that into your own words. You get the idea, right? So you're gonna put in the seller's information here. It's gonna send the 2 emails to the seller and to you. The seller is gonna think it's coming from you because it's gonna be your email address, right, as a send. You are then gonna call the seller up. And again, let me just role play one more time. Hey, Jason, this is Melissa over at ABC Realty, and just want to make sure to let you know that we got your listing. It's in the MLS, it's on Zillow, it's on Trulia, it's on Realtor.com. We got the Facebook ads out. It's up on our broker website, company website, right? Just inundate them with all these things, right? That have been done, and then you're going to say, but I also sent you something to put on Facebook and to share via email, because people, there are probably people that you know that know people looking to buy in the area. And we don't want to miss out on any opportunity that we may have to get your home sold. Does that make sense for everybody? I think you can probably paraphrase that into your own words if how I said it doesn't kind of match up with your vernacular. But Jason, I want to hear from people. Stella, Jason, Tina, Daniel. If you've not used this tool, right now, this only works if you are the listing agent, because it's going to go to the seller. But this can result in listings, buyers, and many free leads for you from that listing. All right, so again, please do not miss out on this. So we got our ad up, we got it auto posted, It's on a seller's Facebook page. It's on the seller sent it out via email. Next up is the nearby homeowners letter. So this letter is absolutely probably one of the best tools in the industry for generating listing leads. All right, there's three versions of it. They're fully editable. And in fact, if you go to the Mastermind group and where is, here we go. So the search and just type in Josh, there we go. He did a really nice video for the nearby homeowner. I would really recommend watching his video. He did some nice edits that I really like a lot. And he kind of talks through how he is using it. And I highly, highly recommend that video, right? It's always kind of nice to listen to another agent in addition to listening to what we say. But I would check out that video that he just did recently. I thought it was really, really well done. But all you really need to do is you can click here to edit, or you can click here to download. And again, there's 3 versions. Now I can use Prospects Plus to mail, to print and mail these. I can just, and I would also search the Mastermind group and just type in letter, right? Type in LETTER for other posts on the nearby homeowner letter. But it's just about getting this letter to those homeowners. Now, you could mail them. So some people will send them to a print house for mailing. Some people will print them and mail them themselves. Some people door knock, all right? So some people will literally door knock. I had a client, she went a couple of months ago, and she went door knocking, and this is in California, so COVID, blah, blah, blah. So wherever you're at, you're probably not too much worse off in California. So she went door knocking, knock on the door, take a couple of steps back, hand the letter, and just say something along the lines of, just want to let you know that we have a new listing coming in at 5530 Douglas Boulevard, or that 5530 Boulevard just listed. Just want to give you some information regarding it, just to make sure that you are in the know on what's happening in the neighborhood. All right, that's all you got to say. If they want to talk more with you, they will. So what happened to this lady is the first person told her to get lost, right? I would have probably folded. I'm pretty lame that way. I'm not the best salesperson in the world when it comes to rejection, but she was awesome. The next house where she spoke to the person ended up being over $1 million in sales, because that person had to sell their home, and it was a plus like $600,000-700,000 listing, which in California is about average. So whatever your average sales price, that was this home. But then they also bought another home that was around the same average selling buying price in the area. So she got two sides out of that one door, all right? And it's all about, of course, finding the right door. And that doesn't happen on the first rejection. So anyways, my point here is we got a support post on this. You can click, and it's really going to be, if you want to mail them, mail them. If you want to door knock, door knock. We've got, similarly to the letter, I'll skip a little bit and I'll pop on down to postcards and door hangers. If you'd rather do a postcard or door hanger, we got that too. And they follow the similar pattern. And I'll just do this one. Oh, maybe I should have done the other one. Let me do the other one here. They're ready to print, so we can take a look at them. But they follow the same pattern as the letters, all right? Do that one. And let me get a little feedback from people. Everybody following me along okay so far? Any questions on anything that I've said so far? So I got some funky colors here. They are editable. So you see just listed, right? And then we got the visit. And I'll tell you, this postcard will do way better probably than what you're sending out now. I get so many postcards from agents, and they never have any lead capture, right? Or if they do, they get the home value ones. They do the go to this URL and type in this 9-digit code. You're kidding me, right? So anyways, here's the front of the postcard. Now this is formatted for EDDM, so it's a little bit of a different format, but it's the same content. And here's the back of the postcard, right? Front and back, absolutely awesome. And we got door hangers. We got different sizes for the postcards. So you'll see here, panoramic, mega, standard, jumbo, door hanger. And we've even got a few other kind of cards that you can use, all right? So a lot of great stuff for the direct mail. Now, I will let you know, keep an eye out. We are finishing up an integration with, oh my gosh, I think it's called Express Copy. Oh my God, I've talked to them so many times. I'm pretty sure it's Express Copy, where you'll literally be able to set up both automation for this and select the postcard or letter. You'll be able to select the mailing list. So you'll be able to literally buy and select and buy the mailing list from right here and set it up for mailing right from inside the listing to leads. So right now you got to download and upload to like Vistaprint or Prospects Plus, but we are finishing up an integration with Express Copy so that you'll be able to literally select the postcard, select the letter, and select the mailing addresses and send it, pay for it, and send it right from within listings to leads. All right. So that'll be for the letter, that'll be for the postcards, that'll be for the door hangers. So all of that would become a lot easier. But to that point, use these now. All right. Do not miss out on using these now. The next and last tool that we're going to talk about here is the e-flyer for your database. This is another one of those tools that you may kind of sit there and go, well, I don't really need this because I've got that, right? I've already got it coming out of my MLS. I've already got it coming off my website. I'm just going to tell you, this one does a lot better because it's focused on the one listing. And at the bottom, it's got the information about the fact that when the home is sold, it will affect their home value, and it invites them to get their current home value estimate. All right. So the best way to use this tool, just copy the code, and whatever CRM you're using, you can just paste it in and send it. So I will show you using our follow-up. So if you're using our follow-ups, now you can do this in Line Desk, you can do it in Wise Agent, you can do it in BombBomb. Right, actually, a lot of people do BombBomb and they'll put a video on top of it. You can use Boomtown, but I'll show you in Listings to Leads. So click Create Email Blast, give it a subject line. If you got multiple addresses in your profile, you can select from them. You can select which list. I'll just say send it to all. Hit next. And again, as I said, we just went beta with the follow-up module for our clients. It's going to be live, I think, later this week for everybody. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, we're adding a lot to this. All right. So I'm going to click the source button, just paste in the code, and there we go. So there's that e-flyer. I can upload a PDF attachment if I want to it. I can save it as a draft. I can schedule this out. I can send a test email, which I always recommend. So send a test email to myself, and let's see if I can find it. And I'll show you what that looks like if it comes through here. And yep, all right, we'll find it there. But the e-flyer for your database, people click the image, they're going to go to that single property website where we have the full screen video. And if they click that link or that image, they're going to go to the your home value landing page from Listings to Leads automatically. All right. So really, really powerful tool. And I'll tell you this e-flyer for your database, it typically gets twice as many opens and click-throughs as an average listing alert for your listings. All right. So again, I'm going to click on That's my just listed listing. I'm gonna click on market listing. It's gonna automatically drop me for the Facebook ads, but I'm just gonna go right back to the e-flyer for your database that we were talking about, right? I can even edit the email. You see here, you can edit the email. I can send a test right from here to myself as well before I even get to my CRM, just to make sure it looks good. In fact, there is that test email, so let me bring it over. And here's what this email looks like. And again, I am going to completely challenge everybody on this call to please use this tool, because they may have gotten this from your MLS, and that's fine, right? This can be a very basic format and not very attractive. They may have gotten it from your website, which is fine as well. But also send it from here if you can, because it's a different format, it's a different look, and again, this will capture a lot more leads than either your IDX or your MLS, right? So do not skip that tool. Do not skip that tool. All right. Facebook ads, auto posting, our sellers, the letters, the e-flyer for your database. Talked about videos. Any questions on anything that we've covered so far? Tina, you could hire, we've got a managed services, but I'm going to tell you, in fact, let me show everybody. Tina, how many listings do you have? Now, one thing I didn't even show everybody, I could set up my ads for my listings 100% automation. All right, let me show you something. And this is going to be key for people with a lot of listings. If I go to settings, ads, I can set it up so that when I add a listing to the MLS, as soon as it comes into listings to leads, we run the ads automatically. You don't even log in, you don't even do anything, right? Except add the listing to the MLS and start calling your leads. It's literally that ridiculous. Add the listing to the MLS, call the leads. Change the status, new ad, call the leads. Have an open house, we get that open house info, we create the ad automatically, start calling the leads, right? Change the listing to just sold, right? No ad, just start calling the leads, because we're going to run the just sold ad automatically. So check this out. Turn on, activate Facebook and Instagram ads. We got a couple of choke points, right? One is, what's the maximum budget per month that you want to spend? And we do this so that nobody wants a surprise at the end of the month, do they? All right. So I could say, you know what? Don't go over 300 a month. All right. So that's cool. So now, what statuses do you want us to run ads for? So I might just turn them all off and say, you know what? Just do all of them. So, and then, everyone's a little bit different. So what do you call this? So you'll say, well, we call it active, contingent, and pending. We use both of those, and just sold. Phenomenal. So anytime you have a listing that is one of these statuses, we will automatically create that Facebook lead ad where we're going to capture name, email, phone, and purchase time frame. That's ridiculous. Jita, you're on this call. Jita, you sent us an email the other day. We are actually looking into that. And I've got my team looking into the email that you sent me at the end of last week, Jita. Sorry I did not get back to you. So, and again, I apologize to everybody else. But yeah. And then the last control point here is maximum number of automated ads created per week. And again, that's just more of a choke point to make sure that we are not nothing weird is happening within the system. All right. So we default to 10 ads a week. Most people are doing 2 to 3 ads a week at max. All right. Not a problem. And then just click save. Right. So I don't really go through this a lot, because for most agents, they don't really need that, but anyone can use it. So if you got a lot of listings and your assistant is going into the Facebook Ads Manager, probably spending 10 to 15 minutes per ad, drop that down to 0. All right, drop it down to 0 and just do it this way. We have a problem with getting seller leads, and if we do, they have no address. Yeah, I mean, that can always be a problem, right? So let me just show you. So I've got a pending listing, and let's create an ad for it, right? So all I got to do, right, I'm going to create an ad, right? So I create an ad, location auto-filled, budget's going to be 50 bucks, editable, start end date, right? All you got to do is click create ad. So let's let that cycle through, and let's walk through, and this works for any kind of lead ad, all right? So let's just follow this through. All right, so give it a second here. Once you do an ad, and you'll be able to click the view, and it can take 10 to 30 seconds for it to populate up on Facebook. So if you click that and you get this kind of a message, I know it's kind of a weird, this link is no longer active. Well, it was never active because it's brand new. And there we go. So it can take like 2 to 3 clicks before it's viewable. And let's go to show ad. And so here's the ad. And so, sensibly, we're trying to generate seller leads here, right? So we're advertising a pending listing, a sold listing, maybe a PDF guide for homeowners, and people click this. And so what we're going to capture by default is name, email, phone number, and their selling time frame, right? So I'm just thinking about selling 1 to 3 months right there. Hit next. Now, yeah, at this point, we don't know what their home address is. Now, we know we got their phone number. We can use a partial to full lead converter. But now, here's where it dropped them off at. Now, if they abandon this, then you're going to get nothing. Well, you got the name, email, phone number, and selling time frame, but you don't have the house address yet. And that's just gonna be where your follow-up is gonna have to come into play if they don't fill out this next page here, all right? Now, if they fill out this, if they put in the address here and get market analysis, then you will have the address that will match up and you'll have all the information, all right? So I would just say, in fact, let me look at one more thing here. Let's look at one more scenario. So let's go back to create ad, all right? So I'm gonna click advanced options. And what I'm gonna show you is custom questions. So you know how by default we get name, email, phone number, and there's that custom question, when do you plan to buy, when do you plan to sell? Well, you can add more questions by clicking advanced options for any ad, then create new form. And there's a section called form questions. And if I open that up, and what I want to see is, yeah, I believe I'll have to ask. I think I forget, Gita, but we cannot even ask for an address because I think that goes against like targeting or whatever for special housing ad category. That in that lead form, we cannot even ask for their address, all right? Which I wish we could, but we can't. And that's why it's not even available here as a custom question. But if you wanted to, right, I could say, right, these are the default, right, name, email, phone number, when do you plan to sell? And we could also say, are you buying a home when your home sells? Now, I will tell you, before you go nuts and start adding 5 or 6 questions because you want all that information, 2 would be the max, right, number of questions to add to this form. And really 1, because we're already adding this one. All right, so check this out. If I click now, if I click create form, all right, and click view, it'll probably say it's no longer active, right? Which is weird because it was never active. So I'm gonna click that view again, one more time. And what I wanna show you is what that ad is gonna look like now with 2 custom questions. And sometimes it can take Facebook a little bit longer to get that live, right, by clicking this view button. And there we go. All right. So now here's that new ad that we just created. And again, if any of you have ever done this in the Facebook Ads Manager, right, it can get absolutely nuts. So here's the ad for a pending listing. People click. And now, name, email, phone number, what's your time frame to sell? 6 to 12 months. And are you planning to buy a home when your home sells? Yes, I am. How awesome is that? Now, again, please do not start someone's going to do this. Someone is going to add in like 3 or 4 questions, and then they're going to come into the mastermind group and go, why am I not getting any leads? Well, you're not getting any leads because you're asking too many questions. All right. Nobody, one question I think is best. That's why we default. So that's why we do name, email, phone number, time frame. But if you wanted to kind of A/B test adding a second question, go for it. I think it's cool, right? We give you the option. So, try what you want, but just recognize and understand that the fewer things they have to do, the better. But the more information you get, the better. And so what is that nice medium between the two? All right. So anyways, any other questions on anything that we've covered here? Under locate, yep, okay. All right, yeah, awesome. All right. Yeah, so any other questions on any of this, right? So the principles of what we talked about today will work for all listings at all statuses. If you don't have any listings, I would highly recommend that you borrow listings, all right? And let me just show you one more thing here, if there's no questions about this. Can you do a quick run on the email blast? Yeah, let me do that, and then I'm going to show you the PDF guides if you need more stuff to market. All right. Can we have access to this after it's finished if we are cut? Joseph, to the presentation, yes, it'll be on YouTube a little bit later. But so, Robert, so follow-ups, create email blast, subject line, sender, send to. Now, another caveat with our follow-up, this will only work for new leads that you generated after it is live in your account, right? And the reason why we are doing that is because if you've been a client for a long time, you start blasting emails to people from 3 or 4 years ago, it's going to just completely destroy the system, and people are going to start marking you as spam. At some point, a little bit later, probably in a couple of months, we will allow you to start hitting past leads and importing your own other lead sources into here, all right? But making sure that we don't end up in the spam folder is our primary concern right now, and warming up the IP addresses and just making sure that there's no surprises, because if your emails are going to spam, then there's no point in even doing it, all right? And so it's better to start off slow, make sure that we are in good standing with all the ISPs, and then we're gonna keep expanding it out. So there's your email blast. The Facebook ads are optimized by clicks, but I believe that is an option under the advanced options section that you can change that. All right. So if I'm in listing, oh, let's go to ads. Let's go to ads, because the advanced options works pretty much the same way for listings as it does for landing pages, as it does for PDF guides. So Amal, let me see if I got your point here. So if I go to create PDF report ad, notice we got English and Spanish, and the ads are in Spanish as well. And I do create ad for 5 dangers of overpricing. And so let's do Folsom, Oklahoma. And we're looking at optimize for clicks or impressions. So again, I'm gonna click advanced options here. And we got placements. And yeah, maybe that's not an option. Maybe email support, Amal, on that. and ask them, yeah, email support if you need to, because we are like, we want to do video views, for example, because we're going to get more into video, right? And we're really wanting you to promote and use video. In fact, I'll tell you, we are coming up with we're actually coming up with scripts. I'll bring this over here and I'll show you. We're actually coming up with short form video scripts for all of our PDF guides. And so, for example, right, and again, think TikTok, think Instagram Reels, think YouTube Shorts, right? So any kind of short form video format. And we're coming up with scripts for not only all the different listing statuses, like just listed, open house, right? What is it that you'd say in an Instagram Reel to really promote that listing and capture leads? Also the same thing for the PDF guides, all right? So we're gonna be making this available within the system, right? That you'd be able to have scripts for all the PDF guides as well. And so we're going through creating these scripts, and we'll be uploading them into the system for you to start using at some point in the next few weeks. All right, any other questions? I can't believe I'm actually ending this webinar almost on time. Normally I run over 5 to 10 minutes, so I guess I am getting better at this. Is there any benefit to post the same ad 2 times? Paul, I don't know that there's any benefit to that in the sense of how you're putting it, but the benefit I think is, and let's go back to my listing here, right? Let's go back to my just listed listing, click on market listing, and I could have seen this in the ads tab, it was right there. But so I've got an ad live using the image, and I've got another ad live of my video, right? And so the image is great because that's your control. So I would, at least in the beginning, I would definitely run the ad kind of what I would like to say as is. So what that looks like, when I say as is, I literally, this is how I do ads, right? This is gonna be so fast. So this is how I normally do ads when I say as is, all right? I'm gonna do my coming soon listing. I click market listing. And then I just go, okay, location's correct. I got my budget of 35, create ad. And that's literally like 3 seconds. I just confirm it's the right location. I confirm the budget, and I click the green create ad button, and that's it. All right, boom, there it is. It has been sent to Facebook for review. It'll be live here in a few minutes, few hours at the worst, hopefully. All right, so that's my control ad. I would then come in and click on create ad again, and I would try to get a video. I'm telling you, people, if you are trying, 2021 already started to be, 2022 will be all about video, short form video, long form video, video. And I want you to get comfortable by having scripts in place, right? I already put the script for you just listed in the mastermind group. We're gonna be actually you're gonna see a tab here called short form video scripts pretty soon. That's in development, and we're gonna be making that live here pretty soon, so that you got these scripts right in your account. And so I would do another video with me, right? Whether it could be a professional video that I pay for, or just a walkthrough video, or kind of like that short form video format. Click change media, upload that video, right? Again, I've already got a video uploaded. And there's my video. Just click insert. And I don't care if you're 18, 88, 58, 28, 38, you look amazing. You're beautiful, you're charming, you come across great on camera, just do it, right? Worst case, do like I did here, right? You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be, and I kind of wish I was on video right now. It doesn't have to be where your face is like full up on into the camera, right? Like you see everybody doing the bomb videos necessarily. You can step back a little bit from the camera, right? Just make sure your audio is good, right? Have a lavalier mic or something like that so that your audio, because video is more about audio than it is about video, right? If they can't hear you, they're not going to watch the video. But so really laboring a short point is I would run two ads at once, at least in the beginning, and maybe just ongoing, one with the image and then once with a video. You could try 2 different images, right? You can do whatever you want, but does that help answer that question? Paul, I know I went on way too long probably for what you just wanted, but hopefully that helps. Yes, location, you can edit the location. It'll autofill location, but you can either change it outright, you can add to it, you can edit it, you can do whatever. Yeah, there's really nothing that you can't edit, right? But we just know what works best. We've done, God, I mean, over $1 million, I'm sure, I would have to think at this point, via our platform. And so we know what works pretty well. So that's why we default to all that stuff. But again, it's all editable for the most part. How do we get an invite to the Mastermind group? Again, click support in your account, ask for an invite. Right? Support. Please invite me to the Mastermind group and click send. And that's what you need to do. All right, everybody good to go? Everybody feel like they've got this? All right, people. The worst thing that you're going to do is you're going to overcomplicate this and make it too hard. Hopefully I walk this through. Hopefully you see how easy it is. I mean, literally, if it took you 10 to 15 minutes to get this done, right, notwithstanding the nearby homeowner letter, get yourself into the Mastermind group for best practices on that. And we'll talk to you soon. If you're not a client, go to listingtoleads.com and sign up for a free trial. If you are an office or a lender, we got programs for you as well. Right? I think, Matt, I tell you, we've never signed up so many offices as we have already this year. We've signed up more offices in the first 12 days of January than I think we did in the first 2 months last year. No, last year was a crazy year, of course, but yeah, the offices are killing it. We're getting more lenders signing up, so lenders can use listings to leads, right? We got a couple different programs for lenders, for title officers, and more. So if you need any information about your account or getting an account, just let our support team know, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.